Oh, so we can digivolve our Digimon here. This is where we can pretty much alter anything about our Digimon.
Okay, promising evolutions. Well, except for maybe this one.
Actually, that's the one we should be shooting for right now.
Really? This looking thing?
Well, it is a higher level. Maybe there's a reason for that. Believe me, it'll help us in the long run if we shoot for this one as our first evolution of our shared Digimon.
Well, he has played the game before, so I'll trust him.
Well, this is basically our storage, where they can level up. This is the spot where we can heal for a small price.
We gotta pay.
This is where we would do online battles, but we're not gonna do that. And this is where we would do our dungeon crawling. Oh, I almost forgot. This is where we would buy food and such.
Why would we need food?
To eat?
Also basic health, 101. Well, if that's everything, let's get out of here.
Yep.
Time to train the Digimon.
And also get our body back. That comes second.
Well, at least we know your priorities.
At least we know our priorities. Dude, we haven't done much things with Digimon since we started playing. Now we can finally actually play the game.
No walls can hold me back. Or at least not digital walls.
Yeah, but if you've showed off your big dino mode more, then physical walls won't be too much problems.
I'd like to think I'm more valued for my genius rather than my raw strength.
You know, they might not be monster girls, but I have a feeling that these two are more than human.
Well, time to go find our body, but oh, that was fast. And it's already time for battle. And up against two Koromon.
Cognitive bitch slap!
Oh, that's bullshit. How come he gets to go 2 turns in a row? And we win.
Well, time to level grind some more.
And get us some extra Digimon.
You know, it just occurred to me that how are we going to split up the Digimon amongst ourselves?
That is a good question. Personally, I'd say first come, first serve. Well, we can talk about that after we face this one puzzle challenge.
Oh shit!
3 rookies? Are you fucking kidding me?
We were so under-leveled for this.
I think this was mostly about teaching the concept of the rock, paper, scissors effect.
What? What rock, paper, scissors effect?
You know, the weaknesses. Vaccines weak to data, but strong against virus.
Oh, you mean like fire's weak against water, but strong against grass?
Yeah, that. But with Digimon, it gets a slightly bit more complicated.
And by complicated, you mean a lot more than just one rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. Damn it, we need more reinforcements. Okay, after this battle, we definitely need to get more Digimon.
Come on, little gear, you can do it. Cognitive bitch slap. Or regular bitch slap would do just fine.
Oh, that's bullshit. He deserves at least another level after that one.
Personally, I'd say a quick trip to the med bay. Oh, never mind. For some reason, he's already healed.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Well, at any rate, we need to collect more data so we can get more Digimon. This little gear ain't gonna be enough if that's the challenge we're gonna be up against for the last few pieces of his—
Here, little Digimon, here, come on. We're only gonna kill you a little bit.
Slime, sperm, those weird heads. We'll take anything.
Aren't worthy.
Bitch, you know what we've accomplished. Fuck you, you're not worthy. I'll show you. I'll come back with a whole army of Digimon. Then you'll let us through.
Cognitive bitch slap.
So how much data do we need to collect?
Technically, once it reaches 100%, we can get a new Digimon. But we can get a stronger Digimon by reaching it all the way to 200%.
Any higher?
Unfortunately, no. But 200 gives us a higher cam.
Oh, sweet. What's cam?
We'll explain later.
Cognitive bitch slap.
Why do bubbles hurt so much? Come on, you slimes, we'll take on this whole dungeon at once.
We'll bitch slap all the babies we have to get more babies. Are they technically babies?
Well, yes and no. They are young Digimon. Technically could be classified as babies. But a lot of these could be classified as baby to in-training Digimon.
So let's go ahead and discuss which Digimon that we actually want. I would say at least one each.
I want Machine Dramon.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
Well, I'm assuming you saw the Digimon movie, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any Digimon fan who hasn't seen it.
Well, did you know it came out with a sequel?
Okay, that I did not know.
Yeah, pretty much Diaboromon comes back because some bullshit reasons. He's on the internet, he's causing a lot of damage, but now he brings the fight to the human world and summons a giant spider monstrosity of himself. He looks so epic and dangerous. He looks something that walks right out of my hellhole.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, most Digimon in this game probably think they're like me or worship me or some other kind, like... Oh, fuck, I can't think of anything right now.
You mean like Venomiotismon or Devimon?
Yeah, those. But they look more like the cartoon mustache-twirling villains. They don't actually look like demons. They just look like the stereotype.
So I guess you're not a fan of Daemon.
Oh no, I'm a fan of Daemon just fine. But then you got Armageddonmon, and that thing was monstrously awesome. I'm gonna try to go for him.
Okay, Alan, what about you?
Well, I figured that since Commando, Satan, and you are probably gonna get the biggest, most powerful Digimon you can, I'll try to focus more on healing.
Heh, wimp.
Hey, I'm gonna be your white mage.
Well, then you'd probably be looking at more angelic Digimon.
Blah.
Okay, well, I know some good healers include Magnadramon, maybe a Phenamon, a Rosemon. I know she's a good one.
Maybe we could give her Marine Angemon.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
What, really?
Yeah, Marine Angemon doesn't have any real physical attacks. Its one job is to heal the entire party, and every turn it restores the special powers of its allies.
Oh, well then, I'll probably go for Marine Angemon.
And what about you, Gent? Which one are you going for? I want Bancho Leomon.
I'm sorry, what?
You mean to tell me that you look at all the Digimon in this game, all the dragons, monsters, demons, angels, and you want Bancho Leomon?
I think he wants him because he wants to make all the JoJo references.
That is only a perk, not the reason. But we got enough data so we can get more Digimon now. Let's go. Okay, time to get some Digimon.
Now presenting Koromon and Pabumon.
Okay, so who wants these two?
It's a little early to decide that. I would say level them up first before we start choosing which one's ours.
Ah, collective, worming out the weak ones. Smart.
Hey, as long as I get a sizable army, I'm good. And Machine Dramon. That one's a biggie. We're probably still a little ways off from digivolving these things, though. I'm still telling you, go for the bottom of the Gears digital list and digivolve them into the level 20 that thing.
I'm still trusting you on this, Gent. Just don't fuck us over. Alright, you grunts, back to grinding. If you're old enough to follow us around, then you're old enough to fight your brethren.
Yep, and that's one thing that this game has over all the other Pokemon games. It knows what the people want.
Are Digimon following us around? How hard is it to make a walking animation? Digimon do it? Get on it, Pokemon! Well, while we're stuck grinding anyway, Gent, why did you want Bancho Leomon?
It's a bit of a long story.
Well, we're only grinding right now, so please, by all means, tell.
Well, have you ever heard of a game called Digimon Masters Online?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Never played it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, it's pretty much a massive multiplayer RPG online. Well, I was actually one of the people who was lucky enough to get it while it was still in its beta phase, and it hadn't worked out all the kinks yet. I was just looking for my own Digimon at the time. Everybody else had such big, grand Digimon, and I wanted something that was specifically for me. You know?
Like what, your own Digimon?
Yeah, like that. I mean, everybody has an Agumon, everybody's got a Gabumon, everyone's getting Gyomon and Renamon and Terriermon, you know, and those Digimon are great, but I wanted a Digimon that I could associate exclusively with me, you know? Something that was my own.
I guess that makes sense.
Well, while roaming the wilds of the first areas, I just happened across a bunch of Digimon called Bearmon. Since nobody else was really grinding with them, I figured, hey, why not? I'll just take them for myself. And boom, I could get a Bearmon egg, hatch it, and that becomes my primary partner. So essentially, I grinded Bearmon until I got enough eggs and data to hatch them. Got about 5 or 6 eggs out of them at the time, and that was a challenge. But you know games like Digimon Masters are all about, they want you to spend money on it. I mean, they offer systems for free, but they really want you to spend that dime. Your lucky dime. So, when it comes to hatching wild eggs like what I was trying to do, it was a difficult challenge. Most of the Bearmon eggs I tried to put in their incubator broke. And once they break, there ain't no getting them back. And it's an exhausting grinding challenge. And it didn't help that there was no incubator near the Bearmon area, so I essentially had to keep running back and forth across 3 maps in order to try to do it. I eventually just grew tired of the exhausting grind, and my partner Digimon at the time was so leveled up that I wasn't getting any more items, so I just quit the game for a while, until around the time when my outside friends were starting to play it again, so I said, screw it, I'll pop it back in to see what's changed. And it went through massive updates. Like, everything was easier to find, and I was actually surprised that I was able to keep everything that I had originally. Plus a few extra stuff I didn't know I had. Apparently there was some Christmas events and giveaways that I really didn't see take part of. Even a few guaranteed hatchable eggs, and they were very high quality. But as it turns out, I actually had 1 wild Bearmon egg left. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna hatch this Bearmon egg. Or, if nothing else, I'll get rid of it so I can put one of my guaranteed eggs in it. But when I loaded the data, it actually worked. It hatched. Lowest level, but hey. Hatching a wild Digi-Egg in Digimon Masters is an accomplishment all by itself. Since then, everything I got I put into that Bearmon. Everything. From being able to Digivolve all the way to Mega, any stat boosts I could get, anything I could spare I put into that Bearmon. And despite being a wild egg hatched at the lowest level, it grew to be able to take on some of the higher level Digimon. It became the strongest Digimon in my guild at the time, in fact. I even splurged a little bit and was able to get it a few secondary Mega Evolutions. And by the time it became really popular to have a Bearmon egg in the game, because of some massive event where you could get a Digimon called Marsmon, I had already had everything I needed. And I could honestly say, I had a Bearmon before it was cool. But eventually, my friends just kind of stopped playing the game, and so did I because of the repetitiveness of the game itself. And CyberSleuth was originally coming out then too. I picked up a game hoping I could probably get my Bearmon back, but to my disappointment, he's not in the game. Almost none of his evolutions are, in fact. Save for one. Well, 2. The evolution that stayed in the game was Bancho Leomon, the side Mega Evolution I was mentioning earlier. That Bancho was the only thing that I had left of my Bearmon. I mean, I just figured that having something that reminds me of him is better than nothing, right?
That is so sad. I mean, from a gamer perspective.
Gent, I promise you here and now, we are getting you that Bancho Leomon.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Gent, I don't care what anyone else says, that is your partner now. We are getting that Bancho, and if CyberSleuth ever gets remade again, we are petitioning for Bearmon to be put in that game.
I mean, it really doesn't matter the rookie level, because ultimately what matters is the Mega.
Right, so it's decided. We're getting Bearmon!
Yeah, I think you mean Bancho Leomon.
For Bearmon!
I mean, Bearmon is effectively just a Care Bear.
Yes, but he's our Care Bear. Let's do it! Grind for JoJo Leomon! So, how much more leveling up do we have to do for these guys?
Well, for Pabumon, probably not much. His max level is level 5, and it's only going to go for in training after that.
And Koromon's probably not too far off from that, too.
Okay, let's Digivolve. Welcome to the team, Yokomon.
And as for Koromon, still can't Digivolve him yet.
But soon. So what exactly do we need for our particular lines for our particular Digimon?
Well, Satan, it really doesn't matter for you as long as you get Diaboromon, because that's the only Digimon that turns into Armageddonmon. Alan, for your Digimon, Marine Angemon, you just need to follow a small Angeloid Digimon, or go for the big giant fish Digimon like Waymon. Commando, you will probably either need a dinosaur or a robot.
And how do we get the Bancho?
I just need to follow the Leomon line, which means I need probably an Electmon. I know he Digivolves into Leomon.
Let's go into this dungeon instead. I'm starting to get sick of running around. Let's float around.
Let's go, Digimon!
You're the best around.
Nothing's ever gonna bring you down.
You're the best around.
Nothing's ever gonna ever bring you down.
Don't quit your day jobs.
Is it just me, or are we leveling up faster over here?
I think it might just be a mental state, but you know what? Fuck it, let's just level up here for a while. You know, I just love how we all but gave up on the body.
Physical flesh will only slow us down. Besides, there's some more unique Digimon in this area. We can always use the data.
Okay, Koromon's ready.
But who do we Digivolve into?
Any of them's fine. Oh, welcome to the team, Diomon. By the way, dibs.
Oh, come on, you can't do that.
I just did. Dibs, bitch. You can get the next one, Satan. Well, back to the grind.
Time to see how effective Guillaumon is in combat. Haha, one hit!
Yeah, but these are baby Digimon. You're pretty much having a dinosaur beat up a child.
Not even a child, a literal baby.
They deserved it. They were weak. And it's now time for Guillaumon's famous Pyroblast Karate Chop?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Guillaumon's primary attack is the Pyrosphere, right?
Why did they change it to a Karate Chop?
I'm not entirely sure. That was always a weird change for me as well.
I feel like some of the joy of having Guillaumon has been lost.
Time to Digivolve our Lilymon!
I think you mean our Yokomon, but yeah, Yokomon.
So who should we turn her into?
Well, she can Digivolve into Electmon, and Electmon can become Leomon.
Say no more, we're getting Electmon. Well, considering he's literally our only option, yeah.
Welcome to the team, Electmon.
I think you mean future Bancho.
Well, that's just one possibility. In this game, you could literally have just one Digimon but get all the Digimon, just by continuously de-digivolving and re-digivolving it. Any combo is possible. Well, time for more level/data farming. Getting some treasures, keeping some treasures to heal my shit.
Die, slime! Level up, my minions. You are all hereby drafted to become the future army of the Commando Squirrel.
Hooray, we got our full body back.
You know, part of me think that we over-leveled for that. Oh, hey, Blondie, what's up? I think she wants us to come back.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let's find more Digimon.
Yeah, fighting and killing Digimon in the wild so we can get more powerful Digimon in the later games seems like a better use of our time.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to get the Digimon while they're still children. That way, we can manipulate them and turn them into whatever we want later on down the road.
Yep, the Joe Biden approach. Now, let's not get too political here. He's a pedophile that's being elected for president. All bets are off.
More slime stabbing! Okay, this one's ready to Digivolve. Which one do we turn him into?
You know what? Let's go for the one on the bottom.
One on the bottom?
One on the bottom.
Welcome to the team, Tokomon.
And what about for this one?
Let's go for the one that we haven't seen yet. You got it.
Well, considering that's our only option for this one. And what about this one?
Well, Koromon.
Say no more.
And we'll just stick this Koromon in the farm so it can level up on its own for a while.
And we hatched another green slime. Well, back to boot camp.
So, is anybody else in a rush to go back to the main storyline?
Not really. Let's just enjoy the time we have with the Digimon while we got it. Yeah, that was cutscene hell.
Besides, the more Digimon we get now, the bigger variety we have later.
That's right! Death, destroy, murder, evolve!
Walk upon their corpses so we can be the best!
Right, because everybody knows the best strategy in RPGs is to level up like crazy early on. That way, everything's a breeze as you continue.
Hear, hear.
Exactly. And how? Preparation now, benefits later. More! More!
Here, maybe a quick break. Let's take a look at the island.
Okay, so what does this Digi-Farm supposed to do?
Well, while here, we can train them and level them up without actually having to use them.
Yeah, that's something I noticed. We seem to have a limit to how many Digimon we can have in the party, even though we haven't hit the 12 marker.
Yeah, that's unfortunately something that's built into the game. As you level up the Digimon and Digivolve them, there's a set limit to how high the wattage or whatever is to the Digimon. The higher the level, the higher the wattage, and we only have a set amount of room for how much we can store. So right now we can hold 4 rookie level Digimon at best. Though once we get a champion, it's going to be much harder. Much, much harder.
So how can we expand on that?
Probably just by doing missions and playing the story.
That's the long and short of it.
Well, let's get our rookie Digimon now. A total slaughter. Total slaughter. I won't leave a single man alive. La-dee-da-dee-di. Genocide. La-dee-da-dee-da. An ocean of blood.
Let's begin the killing time.
You know, these things were a challenge at some point, but now it just feels like they're more of a bother.
Well, that's the perks of grinding.
You're a gamer, you should know that.
Yeah, but it's getting to the point where I'm actually starting feeling sorry for them.
Don't. They're a necessary sacrifice for our way to greatness. Oh, hey, we can digivolve the cat head now. Let's see, how about this one? Well, welcome to the team, Salomon.
One day we'll get back to the story.
But it's not this day.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bored of leveling up and grinding. I always found leveling up and grinding pretty fun.
Yeah, but if we're not entertaining our audience at all with just level grinding and evolving and level grinding that again, it's starting to become repetitive. We should probably just skip to the end results.
Or at the very least, pick up the story.
Alright. Skipping to the end. Fast forward.